Hey everyone, I want to share with you today one of my all-time favorite embodiment techniques and ways to feel and process energy. This is called felt sense or felt sense awareness and is a wonderful self-guided mindful practice to better understand our emotional landscape and emotional energy. So I first learned about felt sense many years ago, and I think it was a psychology seminar, and it really made sense to me because it was so embodied and so objective. So a lot of us are taught to, a lot of us just have most of our energy up in our heads all the time anyway. We're thinking about everything, and so we try to think through emotions and think through our feelings. And for most of us, that just doesn't work. It doesn't cut it. And that's because, in my opinion, we hold emotions in the body. So we need to be able to have an embodied practice to understand our emotions. And that's where felt sense is really helpful. So for me, this made so much sense because I naturally see energy in colors and shapes and textures. But even if you don't feel like you have that intuitive gift, don't worry. I want you to continue practicing with felt sense because all of us can see energy in different ways. It just requires some practice because this may be counterintuitive for you, or maybe going against the way that you have been taught to deal with your difficult emotions. So what is felt sense? Felt sense is the notion that we can feel and sense where energies are and what energies look like, and energies being emotions inside the body. So we'll just run through an example practice, because that's really the best way, is not for me to necessarily talk about it, but for you to actually experience it and do it. So when you're first starting out with felt sense awareness, I always recommend choosing a more gentle emotion, I guess. We're not going to dig deep right away into deep trauma, even though felt sense awareness is part of what is called somatic experiencing, which is used to address PTSD. Maybe I'll make a second video about somatic experiencing and PTSD, but for now, felt sense awareness, let's pick an emotion that you notice come up. Maybe you feel a little bit anxious, or maybe you got pissed off at somebody today. I want you to first, if you can, just get gentle, get quiet, get settled. This always helps if you can be somewhere where you won't be disturbed for a few minutes. So we'll just take a nice deep breath and get centered. And then I want you to bring up this emotion. So, bring up the memory or, the situation that triggered this emotion for you. So bring that up in your mind. I want you to think about it. I want you to let yourself feel that emotion. And I know that you'll already sense your mind starting to spin about this emotion, and that's okay. I just want you to leave it there. But I want you to drop down into your body now. Drop your awareness into your body and notice where in your body this emotion is hanging out. Notice, say, we'll use the example of anxiety. So, like, I'm tuning into my body, I'm going to find where anxiety is hanging out. Is it in your chest? Is it in your stomach? Is it in your legs? Is it in your throat? Just notice. Where is it? And once you have a sense of where in the body this emotion is hanging out, I want you to look closer. Does it have a shape? Can you sense the edges of the energy? Next, you can tune in and get an even clearer and more detailed picture of this energy within the body. So, like I said at the beginning, this is an objective practice. This is helpful to get space. So we are taking a step back and simply observing this emotional energy within the body. And so you can play scientist, really observe. Like I said, where is it in the body? Does it have a shape? Does it have a texture? Notice if it has a color. Does it have a temperature? Is it more hot or cool? And is it moving or is it stagnant? And notice if this energy has a weight to it. Is it lighter or heavier? More dense or less dense? Notice if there is sensation associated with this energy. So all of us, like I said, can sense and feel different emotions in the body, and our physical beings will respond to that. So notice if this energy creates a sensation. Maybe there's tightening or loosening. Maybe there's like buzzing or prickling sensation or twisting sensations. Just tune in and notice what that feels like for you right now. So this is the essence of felt sense awareness, is getting this clear picture of what this energy, what this emotion feels like and looks like in the body. And for me, I always follow it up with kind of the second step or second aspect of felt sense, which is getting space around this emotion. And it's important to know that this practice is not about eliminating emotions or getting rid of them. It is simply about getting some space. So once you have a clear idea of what this energy looks and feels like, I want you to imagine sending your breath into that area of the body. So I always see it as like you're blowing up a balloon around this energy. You're just giving it some space. So I want you to practice that for a second, just sending the breath there, blowing up this balloon around this energy. And again, observing how the energy changes, if it changes. So as you are sending your awareness and breath, blowing up that space, giving this energy space, notice if it changes. So notice if the shape or color or texture shifts at all. And again, this is just about non-judgmental observation. There is no like right or wrong way to do this exercise, and there's no right or wrong way that this energy should respond. So just keep that in mind. And most of the time, the energy, the emotional energy will change and shift once you bring your breath and awareness there. And like I said, this is a really great practice to feel and process energetic energy, without any kind of really, more in-depth practices or without involving anybody else, because I really truly believe that all of us have the power to do this ourselves. We have the power to process emotions on our own. This is our natural state of being. We've just become so disconnected from our bodies and from our experience. And like I said, brought all of our energy up into our head and thinking about things all the time. So this is the essence of the practice. That first part, really tuning in, getting that observation, describing that emotional energy in detail. And then the second half is really that breathing space into it. And that's all you need to do in order to practice felt sense awareness. And if you only have a minute or two, you can just do part 1. That's really helpful even on its own, just getting you in touch with your body and getting your intuition like fine-tuned. So start practicing with this, start playing with this felt sense awareness and noticing that every emotion, every energy, everything that you feel like looks and feels different in the body. It's really quite interesting. So I would love to hear your experiences with felt sense awareness. So drop me a comment below and share. And of course, if you like this video and you really resonate with this idea of felt sense awareness, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and stay tuned for more health and spirituality videos to come. So until next time, guys, take care. Bye.